What's up, YouTube? Crownless D King here. I'm super excited for this chapter. Hopefully, 1165 wasn't the last we'll get to see of Rocks. Hopefully, we get a little bit more and see the actual outcome of the battle. It's kind of bittersweet saying that, but I'm excited to get back to the story, see where we're going from here. I'm really excited, to be honest, to get back to Elbaf and see what's going on between Emu and, the Straw Hats. Let's not waste any time. Let's get it. Starting off, we got this beautiful cover spread. Nah, this is hard. I like the fall theme. Yo, Zora's jacket looks pretty sick. I want one like it. Yeah, I love camo. I have a jacket that's similar to it, but not quite. But nah, this is hard. Got the whole crew here, Yamato. We got some foxes, a raccoon, or what I'm assuming is a raccoon. I could be wrong. Of course, Luffy's goofy ass, burning his hands. Hot potato, hot potato. Nah, this is cool. All right, let's get on. One Piece, chapter 1166, New Tales. The aftermath of the battle. We see Rocks, Roger, Garp, all laid out after giving everything their all. Is that Hockey Sparks we still see? All right. Cough, cough. Did they really break the curse? Wait, is that Xebec thinking that? It looks like Xebec is thinking that, but it's hard to tell. We got Roger, Garp laid out. Yo, Xebec is still conscious? Come on, stay alive. This island is... Huh? Oh no. Man, these wussy ass celestial dragon god knights, they want to come after the battle's done and try to mop up. Damn it. Wait, is this where we're gonna get to see Gabon versus Summers? All right, I'm getting ahead of myself. Damn it, it's too late. Roger, Garp, run. You can't die here. Even on the verge of death, Xebec is still... Yo, he is that guy. I don't care. Blackbeard, you might have to take number 2 spot in my favorite One Piece characters because Xebec is just too good, yo. All right. So we got Summers, Garling, Saint Maffy. Oh yeah, there's one more thing. I wanted to say thanks for stopping me. How's Rocks? What the heck? Did we cut? You're worrying about the enemy? I'm your enemy too. Rayleigh, tell me, what happened to Rocks? He was killed. Hurry, the island's collapsing. Don't let the pirates escape. Roger's ship is on the move. Fire! This event would leave no mark on the pages of history. Wait, is God Valley literally collapsing in on itself? It almost looks like there's a hole going there, but how's that possible? The crumbling island was swallowed by the waves and consumed by the fog. Like curtains closing on a grand stage, that was the essence of the God Valley incident. Let's go! Full speed ahead! Yeah! So we got a bunch of the Marines and pirates all sailing away from God Valley. The silence in the incident's wake lasted only a moment before a massive bolt of lightning split the heaven. That looks like a Conqueror's hockey split. And with that, the curtain rose for the new tales to unfold. All right, so we got what looks like a Marine ship firing off. We got Garp, Roger, Whitebeard, Big Mom, Kaido, Monkey D, Shanks sleeping away, Kuma, Ginny, and Ivankov, my boy Teach, and who I'm guessing is Eris. Still, hold it in. Just wait till Roger's up. Come on, Captain. I'm dying to open up the treasure chests. Roger, sorry to worry you guys. Am I tweaking? Okay, it looks like his mustache is finally growing in. Roger, sorry to worry you guys. Yeah, we're thrilled. More important, check it out. Don't you care about me at all? Shaki's safe and sound. Hee hee. And we scored a ton of treasure to boot. What a great haul. Wah. Huh? Goo. Gah. What the? It's coming from that chest. There's something in there. Open it carefully. Click. Gulp. Huh? A baby? Kya! Rox's pirates wiped out. Predictably, news coverage was falsified. Only one aspect of the story was highlighted: the heroism of Garp. It says here that the Rox pirates have been vanquished. Rox is dead! I knew it. Vice Admiral Garp is the strongest. Garp, he's the hero. Grand Line, Navy HQ. What the hell is this article? Vice Admiral Garp. I can't wait to get my hands on that Morgan's fella. Relax, Garp. He only wrote that stuff because the government paid him off. The world government and the Marines are massive organizations. If you count the member nations' armies, we're talking about tens of millions of soldiers worldwide. It's impossible to account for everyone's actions and motivations. So if the top brass ever do strike me as insane, I'd simply turn a blind eye to it. Come again? It's just like I said. You're just another promotion-chasing fool. Shut up. What good can you do barking from the bottom of the cliff? Hey, you two. If you ever stray and get corrupted, I'll kill you myself. How reassuring. I guess that's what friends are for. So you're not quitting then, Garp? Idiot. There are still things at the bottom of the cliff that need a guard dog. Oh nice, we're back in Elbaf. I almost forgot this was a Loki flashback. Elbaf, New World. Wah! Wah! You again? I ain't letting ya on my ship. How many times do I gotta tell you, pipsqueak? You think I want a brat on my crew? Ugh. What is this? The guy I want ain't giving me the time of day, but his snot-nosed brat won't leave me alone. That's hilarious. Rox talking about Harald and Loki. Hey, Rox. I think you're Nika. Nika? The warrior of liberation who will destroy the world while laughing. Destroy it? I'm aiming to be the king of the world. Besides, if anyone's got that sort of power, it's Harald. Huh? Listen up, Loki. Somewhere out there, the Galeira are slumbering. They're an outrageous band of ravagers. And the only one who can put them back into play is your pops. I'm gonna continue to rally the rogues of the world. So just imagine if Harald and I teamed up. Who could possibly stop us then? Wow, that's awesome. So why aren't you and Pops allies already? Because of love, huh? But I'm gonna come back again and again. I don't care if it takes 100 or 200 meetings. Russell. It's a vicious assault. King Harald of Elbaf is. Have any civilians been harmed? No, on a certain island. He attacked another giant, some thug. It's quite a brutal scene. Sob, you still don't get it. I understand. Really, I'm sorry. I'll never steal from humans again. You don't get it. None of you do. Huge trash heaps like you are responsible for the terrors in our race's history. And that's why we can't be trusted. We only desire to peacefully engage with the world now. But they can't trust that. So it looks like Harald is beating on some giant because he stole something. Your Highness, he's already out cold. I didn't want to jeopardize Elbaf's chances of joining the world government. That was my only reason for not helping him. But it doesn't feel like luck's on my side anymore, Harald. Lend me a hand. I forsook my closest friend as he begged me for aid. I left him to die. Yeah, you should feel bad. I'm not even gonna front. I like Harald as a character, but when your mans needs help and you're too focused on some outside goal that realistically isn't even a possibility, I hope Harald feels bad. I don't even care. There's no turning back now. I will never, ever forgive a giant who does evil. Huh? Giant King loses it. Navy HQ. Underground detention cell. Tap. Dad, I'm gonna quit the Marines, K. And you? I despise you, K. Clink. Oh, so does Garp throw him the key for him to escape? Yeah, I guess it makes sense that Dragon would hate Garp, because Garp saw all the atrocities that the Celestial Dragons were doing on God Valley, and he's choosing to stay with the Marines, mind you, for what seems like decent reasons, because if Garp ends up leaving the Marines, then who's gonna be able to morally steer some of the better Marines into a better future? So it makes sense why Garp would want to stay. But it's nice getting to see this actual interaction between Dragon and Garp. This kind of pisses me off a little bit though, because Garp releases Dragon from being, you know, what I'm assuming is executed, but he couldn't do the same for Ace. You feel me? Like, why did he have to let Ace die? Yo, I'm super salty about that. Ace was too young, yo. Like, y'all know how much I love Ace. I got the hat back there, the Mirror Know Me. You probably can't see, but in that little cubby hole, I got an Ace action figure. Like, I'm thinking about playing Ace in the One Piece card game. Alright, let's move on. Harald, I've made up my mind, Ida. Elder Jaw Rule. I don't care about appearances anymore. Haruden, Loki, you are both my precious sons. I want you to get along when I'm gone. Ah, okay, so this is when that happens. I want you to get along when I'm gone and do what you can to support Elbaf. Marineford, Navy HQ. That ship's from Elbaf. What? My apologies. King Harald. But my superiors have ordered me not to let you land. High-ranking Marines and leaders of the world government, I ask that you please hear me out. He just grabbed and snapped off his freaking horns. Ah! Allow me to atone for the sins of the past 1,000 years. I apologize for every wrong the giant race has committed. The children of Elbaf are being raised to live without harming others, so that one day they may walk hand in hand with humanity. I do all this to prove our unwavering commitment to peace. I'll do whatever it takes to atone for our sins, even if it means becoming a slave. Whoa, 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 whoa. Chill out, you don't know what that entails. Is there light at the end of the tunnel? One Piece, chapter 1166, end. And it doesn't look like there's a break next week. Ain't God good? So we see Emu here. So now we finally see where Harald breaks off his horns. I don't know why my goofy ass is thinking about this, but I'm thinking about Harold just using his horns as a weapon and start whacking people. That'd be hilarious. Ah, man. So Rox is finally like legitimately gone. Dude, this sucks, bro. To be honest, like, I wanted to read this chapter before I did my chapter 1165 review. I'm going to combine my 1165 and 1166 chapter reviews just because I wanted to make sure it was like for real done. And it looks like it really is done. But now I'm kind of confused because it seems like the God Knights pulled up and they were the ones who ended off Rox. But we didn't actually get to see where and when Gabon and Summers meet up. Like, where did Gabon give Summers his PTSD? Damn it, dude. And I hated that it was the Celestial Dragons who killed off Rox. Because to be honest, if Rox was not even Domi Reverses, I'm talking about regular Rox. If Rox was up and not damaged, I think he could, I'm not going to say low diff, but mid diff all three of these Celestial Dragons. I think he would mid diff Summers, Garling, and Maffy 3v1. Facts. I wonder what's the chances of Rox actually being alive. Because yeah, you know, Rayleigh says here he was killed, but we don't actually see it. What's the chances of them capturing Rox and taking him back to Mary Joas as a prisoner? It's really interesting seeing here how God Valley just kind of collapsed in on itself. Like, did something happen? Was this somebody's actions that did this? What happened? This was a solid chapter. You can tell Garp is sincerely upset about the propaganda that Morgans and the world government spreading. Yo, this really shows that Garp really has morals, yo. Besides him not saving Ace, I think the God Valley flashback has really redeemed the Garp's character a lot, because for the longest time I had my doubts, you know, just due to how some of his actions have seemed kind of irresponsible, to be honest. But now that we see that he really does care, he really was opposed to what happened at God Valley, Garp is back up there. Loki's all torn up about Rox being offed. Harald's all torn up about Rox being offed. It's so hard to forgive Harald, deadass, yo. Because if Harald had pulled up to God Valley to help Rox, it would have been a completely different freaking story. Imagine if instead of Roger, Garp, Rox, Big Mom, and Kaido doing their 5 name attacks against Emu, imagine if Harald was there. I really feel like Harald being there would have changed the entire outcome of the God Valley incident. But he was so much of a freaking coward, bootlicking the freaking world government. And for what? Because to this day, Elbaf is still not a member nation. And if anything, the world government is screwing up Elbaf right now with the God Knights raid on the island, kidnapping the children, causing destruction all over, Domi reversing the giants. Yo, Harald was an idiot. And he's still, even by the end of the chapter, he's still freaking bootlicking. He just broke off his horns. Like, as an ancient giant, that should be like your pride and joy. I'll do whatever it takes to atone for our sins, even if it means becoming a slave. What a freaking. Alright, okay. Alright, guys, I'm not gonna drag this out any longer. This was a really solid chapter moving the story forward. I'm going to read it a few more times, let things digest, and yeah, if there's anything that I missed in the chapter that you may have picked up on, any theories that you may have, let me know down below in the comments section. Go ahead and like and subscribe. I appreciate you all joining me here. I am Crownless D King. Stay safe, stay blessed, one love.